It is unacceptable that misinformation is being consciously and deliberately spread by some Green senators and MPs who have engaged in this in demonstrations outside offices and online. That includes knowingly misrepresenting motions that are moved in this parliament. All of us have a responsibility to prevent conflict in the Middle East from being used as a platform for prejudice here at home. There is no place for anti-Semitism, prejudice of any sort, Islamophobia, in our communities, at our universities or outside electorate offices. Our staff do work to provide assistance to people dealing with Medicare, social security, migration and other issues. They deserve respect, not abuse, not assault, not attacks on the office that cost taxpayers money, but cause, more importantly, considerable emotional distress, and are anti-democratic by their very nature because they stop people participating in our democratic process and receiving services from members of the House of Representatives or of the Senate. Enough is enough. Yeah. The time for senators and members of parliament to continue to attend and inflame tension outside these offices must end. Yeah.
And what the Prime Minister does today in condemning the actions of those who seek for their own political purposes and their own political advancement to pour fuel on this fire deserve condemnation of this chamber.
This Prime Minister is so desperate to detract and distract from Labor's complicity and backing of the invasion that is taking place at the moment. They will come in here and make spurious allegations against Greens members of Parliament that need to be corrected.
The Leader of the Australian Greens will just pause.
The Leader of the Greens has been asked to go to where he has been misrepresented, and he is not going there, and he continues to defy your ruling that he should. And I think the House is not being advanced by the Leader of the Greens' conduct.
I'm going to give the Leader of the Greens one more chance to explain exactly where he's being misrepresented.
We have been crystal clear on the record about our approach to how people should exercise protest, and instead a number of severe misrepresentations were made. Why? Because they are attempting to distract from their complicity. And that is why I seek to move the following order. I move that so much of standing and sessional orders be suspended as would prevent the member for Melbourne moving the following motion: that this House, 1, notes that the State of Israel has signed a $3 billion contract with the United States for a further 25 F-35 fighter aircraft. B, Australia plays a significant role in the F-35 fighter aircraft global supply chain with a range of components manufactured here in Australia, including the sole manufacturing of F-35 fighter aircraft's uplock actuator system, which allows the F-35 to drop its payload. And C, the F-35 fighter aircraft are being used to bomb the people of Gaza. And 2, calls on the government to immediately end all direct and indirect trade of military equipment with the State of Israel, including the provision of critical components of the F-35 fighter jet supply chain. Now, it is critical, Mr Speaker, that we debate this motion now, because Labor is attempting to do anything to distract from their complicity in the unfolding genocide.
Resume your seat. Order. Resume your seat. Resume your seat. Resume your seat. The member for Riverina, the Deputy Leader of the House.
Mr Speaker, the member had the right to issue a personal explanation, so I now move that he no longer be heard.
The question is the member no longer be heard. I'll put the question. Those opinion say aye. Aye. Against no. I think the ayes have it.